Well, hello YouTube. Right, I've just let me set everything up. I'm on. I'm going to be on for about 20 minutes to half an hour. I've got a busy day tomorrow. Got to get up really early. So much for the weekend off. Hang on, live chat, all messages are visible. Right, tonight's episode, Doctor, what did you think? It was not a bad one. There were a lot of substance in there, I thought, in tonight's episode. I'm not saying it were brilliant, but I found it quite interesting about a cosmic entity that created its own universe and sucked people through a mirror and wanted to, I don't know, live with us and share experiences. I mean, it was nothing malevolent or evil. I did miss the first 5 minutes, but I sort of picked up what was going on. Yeah, tonight's episode, it were okay. I think next week, did anybody see the trailer? Hang on, have I got the live chat on? Yeah, live chat, all messages are visible. Right, Mark. Right, so yeah, it was sort of not too bad tonight's episode. It was better than last week's. I did sort of enjoy last week's, but yeah, there seemed to be a bit more. We went a bit more science fiction tonight, where the Doctor should go, and I found that quite interesting. You know, I'm still not impressed with Chibnall as being a writer, but why are we getting the decent stuff at the end of the season? Like next week's the big sort of episode. Do you know what I mean? I think it's the one with the Sontarans next week. Saw Mark Addy and it looked like a war episode. But well, we're getting to this series now. Hi Jane, how are you? Yeah, have you seen Doctor Who yet? I'm just on about it tonight's episode. All right, okay. I mean, the beginning of this series, I mean, like I've said this before, the pilot didn't really have a lot of impact. It wasn't too bad. Diamond McGrath, hi, buddy. Welcome to the stream. I'm only on for half an hour, just talking about tonight's Doctor Who episode, and let me know your thoughts, really. You know. Oh, just some guy. Hey, kid. Hey up, lad. Go, Claude. Hi, bud. How are you? All right, guys. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no doubt we'll most likely go off script and end up talking about something else. Have you guys seen tonight's episode? It wasn't too bad. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't perfect, and it's like I've seen this sort of story in other sci-fi episodes, but I think it's one of the ones that it had a lot of intelligence to it, and it was one of the better ones of this season. And just some guy. Hang on, Coco, I like this one. Yeah, I did. Diamond McGrath, yes. Just some guy. The Mirror Universe thing is the flavour of the year at the moment. It started out good, extremely over-the-top acting, though, from Whittaker. Yeah, but that's what I suppose she's trying to make her mark as the Doctor, though, isn't she? You know, by acting over the top. I did like the self-sacrifice thing when she offered to sort of stay with the entity, you know, and it left it on quite a positive note. Jane, last week's episode of Doctor Who was good. Yes, it was. It wasn't too bad last week. I did like Alan Cummins as King James. Club reminded me of the Quantum Mirror. Yeah, I could see where you're going with that. Definitely. I mean, that's what I mean. The story, it's like, because we all watch science fiction from Star Trek to Stargate and all the other stuff. It's not a story. It's unique, is it, in its setup, you know. So, I mean, I think they tried to put like a moralistic twist on it. And you say Bradley Walsh and his grandson, when he called him Grandad. I do like Bradley Walsh's character. I think he's a better actor than other two, you know. But I think he's going to die next week. And one of them is going to die. One of Team TARDIS is going to die next week, sacrifice himself. Hang on. But I Red Hulk, how are you, bud? I might know you. Didn't watch you. I've had enough of new series. Red Hulk. I'm not saying this, bud. Tonight's episode once it was quite good actually. It was a concept that's been rehashed in parallel universes, but it wasn't a bad episode. You know, just take a look. I mean, I totally understand why you're not watching it, and honestly, part of me totally agrees with you. Just some guy. I think that reality could have been better explained. The example, the reason they paid as people they used because it could read their mindscape. Yeah, because there was that alien thing at the beginning. I sort of started, when they found that grubby alien thing, it was a bit creepy. That was like stuck in there, I think, wasn't it? Oh, Steve Wavy, that was a load of crap. Right. Copeland, Red Dwarf did the river. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It wasn't a bad episode, but it was nothing special, was it, really? We've seen the story, that sort of... like Black Mirror, we've seen this writing before. Yeah, I know, Jane. I was gutted when I found out cancelling Daredevil. So I know we're getting Jessica Jones at Punisher, and that's it. Honestly, I was really annoyed about that, guys. Daredevil being cancelled. Red Hulk is with leaving his team. I don't know. Well, I think they're paying her nearly £1 million here. I don't think she'll be clearing off just yet. I don't know. Part of me wants her to clear off. I know that sounds odd, but I just rather regenerate into something else. I don't know. I think it needs redo. I think the way they've tried to take it's just not worked, has it? The way they've been going with it. I just don't think it's been... I don't know. It seems to be lacking something on the edge. Yeah. It's not like when Capaldi were doing it. It was just marvellous, wasn't it? With his overreacting and how we dealt with it. I don't know. Well, we'll find out. I know there's the New Year's episode, isn't there? Why say Callum Games? I refuse to call Series 11 canon. Well, you know what they'll do? This will probably be a parallel counterpart of the Doctor in another universe. Like Star Trek. And that's what that'll be way out. Well, the Doctor we've been watching is the Doctor in another universe. Why can't they bring Omega back? Like Sutek. Bring some real classic, old, like omnipotent entities that are malevolent. And what happened to Rassilon when Capaldi's Doctor defeated him? Where is Capaldi's Doctor? Rassilon. Where is Rassilon? I thought Rassilon should have been set up as the baddie, for an entire series. Why say canon? I refuse to call Series 11 canon. Well, yeah, a lot of people have said that. They said it's totally different. Did you watch that review when they said this is not Doctor Who? I mean, a lot of people have been panning it, they really have. I mean, I've watched a few reviews and people, a lot of hardcore fans are not happy with it, and I'm trying to, I'm not sitting on the fence as much now. I'm going to have to come out and reveal where I stand with it. And, well, we're 10 episodes in. I've not been impressed with this series. And to be honest, if she regenerated on New Year's Day, I don't think I'd be that bothered. Honestly, I don't. And to be honest, I think the TARDIS looks shit inside. It's like a mishmash of Tennant's TARDIS. It's just cheap. Capaldi's TARDIS look marvellous. Just some guy, the caves reminded me of Into the Labyrinth. Yeah, I think they took a bit of that, Into the Labyrinth. They looked at that. That's what I'm saying. Tonight's story was good, but it was nothing hardcore science fiction. It was a standard okay episode. I think I put it with last week on the same level as last week's. I know they tried to get all cosmic at end, but it just didn't work, did it? The frog. And that is Into the Labyrinth. It's like Alice in Wonderland, isn't it? With the smoking caterpillar, and then I like being in the form of a frog. It were nothing spectacular. They could have just put Q in that from Star Trek. It was just playing a game. Just some guy watched the belting movie the other night, Seven in Heaven 2018, if you like the old. All right, I'll check that out. Cheers. Is that online, bud? What's it called? I'll write that down. 7. Where's the pen? Right, hang on. Oh, right. There's the other pen. Right. What's it called? 7 in Heaven. Right, I'll write that. Right. Right, I'll Wikipedia that tonight. Cheers, bud. Right. Stevie Wavy, she's not the strongest. No, she isn't the strongest doc. And she's had 10 episodes to really put a stamp on it. You see, what confuses me, right, to be honest, like when the Master became Missy, that was fascinating. It worked, didn't it? But maybe that was Michelle Gomez. And when they brought the other Master back, John Sim, and they were both in that episode together, it was pretty cool when they both worked together. You know, female Master meet male Master, it works. Yet for some reason, this is just not rocking anybody's boat at all. And we are sticking in there, aren't we? We're sticking in there. But by next week, we will judge this series for what it truly is. One more week. By episode 5, I was sort of halfway mark, the red line. And it has, I've got to admit, since the beginning, it was going down. But it has sort of gone up a bit, hasn't it? I mean, slowly, it's risen just a bit. Jane, bring back the classic look. I'd like to see that, Jane. I think I'd like a very Victorian sort of TARDIS, you know? So, you know, without monitors and stuff. I'm fed up with this, like, junk pile they have every week. You know, I'd like to see a sleek, really stunning TARDIS. The new TARDIS, I ain't got time for it. And why aren't they exploring TARDIS? Like I want to get a look around it, you know? Just some guy, I think rather than the frog, they should have used the TARDIS than past doctors. Yeah, now that'd have been good. When she offered herself to that entity to show her experience of the universe, wouldn't it have been great if it had took on the form of other doctors? That'd have been something we'd have all been screaming about, you know, like images of the doctors and stuff. You know, just some guy, yes, buddy, go move his website. All right, go, right, I'll try them out. I've been trying a couple of websites, but my internet provides blocking them now. This site's blocked, you know, and that's how I'm going to watch Orville when it comes out. Not long now till Orville, guys. Not long now, 3 weeks. You know, just some guy alternatively sticks up APKs on your Android box for movies and TV. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting just some 4-stick 4K Amazon stick and then adding Kodi and all this to it, and then I could just zip through everything. But I've been looking at the 4K. Well, it worked better on the TV, so. And just some guy, alternative sticks. All right, sorry, Red Hole. Martin was Escape from New York quality better than previous, but yes, I thought it was. Yeah, a lot. It was a lot brighter and darker, and yeah, not totally better, but yeah, there's that. When I thought there was some newness to it. I was impressed. I do like the package set up because you got the soundtrack as well. You know, the film, and I did watch both versions to Blu-ray. I mean, it's better, but not. It's like Terminator 2 4K. That it was all right. You can see bits in it, but it's just a transfer of a bit of boost. I'll tell you what I did pick up today, though. I went to a comic mart. I finally got it. I bought UFO on Blu-ray, but the British one from Network. You know, UFO. And I watched some of the extras tonight, like the women of UFO and stuff. My God, that is 4K quality. I'm telling you guys, the quality of the Blu-ray on that. Because I bought the European one about 4 years ago, the German one. And that was just a DV transfer, just pushed up a bit. Like Airwolf with a pilot episode. But the Network one, I got it today, and I've just watched like some of it when I got in, and it were absolutely spectacular. So I will be reviewing that. I do recommend the Network UFO, guys. Right, and right, Red Hole Martin. Yeah, no, I do recommend it. It's a nice little package, especially with the posters and stuff. Slightly better, not perfect, but a bit better. Stevie Weaver, yeah, Michelle Goza is the stronger. Yeah, I loved it. I think it would have been good if they'd have brought Missy on to take on Jodie Whittaker. I think that's what they should have done with this series. You know, two doctors together. Thing is, with Next Doctor, they're going to get all PC about it. I mean, in tonight's episode, one as a PC, it went for a bit more drama than normal, you know. Riddle, I like the TARDIS from the. Do you know, I've got to admit, Steve, that, you know, I'm a big fan of the Who movie. I love Paul McGann, and I liked him in that sort of extended episode they did. I'd rather him have brought him back instead of her. I want to see Paul McGann's Doctor for an entire. I'd love to see 12 episodes of him, because this TARDIS was superb, and it's one of the best TARDIS designs out there, Steve. Do you remember when he were in it, and the ceiling, the whole universe lit up above him, which I just thought was spectacular. Fantastic TARDIS, it really was. Red Oak, I like the TARDIS stuff. Yeah, definitely Red Oak, I totally agree. YC Callum Gay, thoughts on season 15? What of Doctor Who? What season are we on now? This is 11, isn't it? Are you on about the older seasons, YC Callum Games? Are you on about the Peter Davison box set? I've not started watching yet, but I have got it. I'm actually going to start watching it. I'm so backed up. I've been working a lot, guys. And well, it's Christmas, you know how it is. And I've had so much on. But as of this week, I'm going to be free of a lot of this. So that's it. Red Hulk, it will be on this week. I've also done the Arc of Infinity as well review. You know, I've reviewed Arc with Peter Davison. I've really enjoyed watching that with Omega trying to take the Doctor's body. It was very good. So I'm going to watch the Three Doctors again. I love the Three Doctors. Do you know what I mean? The Brigadier and Unit. I want Unit back. Just hang on. Red on like about £50 if you're lucky. Yes. It is. I think I paid $39.99 for mine off Amazon, but it was a pre-order. Just some guy, the Red Hut about. All right, just some guy. Paul McGann was quality TARDIS. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Just some guy. I think Paul McGann had the best TARDIS I've seen in a long time. Just some YC Clan, Doctor Who. Martin, what's your favourite Star Trek Next Generation season? That's an interesting one. I'd say from season 3 they got their act together. Season 4, it was the when they brought. Do you remember season 1 and 2 were a bit nasty, weren't it? I never liked Dr. Pulaski. Couldn't stand it. You know. Sorry guys, I just want a Pulaski fan, but season 2 it were better. Season 2 better than 1. But it was still like cheap and nasty. But season 3, everything changed, and then season 4, uniforms changed, and just seemed to get a lot better with the Klingons. They went more into it, and I like the 3-part story arcs and stuff. But I've got to admit, Deep Space Nine for me, it's the greatest Star Trek series ever, mate. For me, it's DS9. You know, I'm just such a big fan of Deep Space Nine. What is your favorite? YC? It's Space 1990. YC Callum Games. Yeah, give it a go. It's cheesy as fuck, but it's great fun to watch. The first season, Space 1999. It's written by a load of intelligent, respected sci-fi writers in television and book circles. Seriously, guys, even Asimov was slightly involved with first season. Crazy, very intelligent episodes in there. Second season, it's just sci-fi porn. Honestly, guys, they changed it. They changed it for the American audience, didn't they? And it was sci-fi porn after that. Do you know what I mean? It's spandex all the way and disco lights and special effects. It was quality from Doctor Who, from Pertwee to Capaldi, definitely. Pertwee, for me, is the greatest Doctor ever. John Pertwee's a legend. Red Hill Enterprise season 3, crap. Totally agree with that, mate. Hang on. Yeah, totally agree with that. Season 3 were absolutely shit, but season 4 were wonderful. And just some guy started at Voyager season 2 episode where the shit went. Oh yes, yeah, where there were loads of Voyagers. Yeah, again, they took. That's another thing. It's similar, like tonight's episode. I've not seen that in a good few years. I might watch that on Netflix actually. Yeah, season 2. I'm sort of not a big fan of season 2 of Voyager, so there's a lot of nasty episodes in there. Marty, Red Hulk, Marty, what did you think of Battlestar Galactica 1980? Can I truly say what I think? Right, it was terrible, but there were some cool aspects to the show. Firstly, you had Viper bikes. Now, come on, Viper bikes were cool. But the rest it said, I gave up with that after Super Scouts. You know, when all them kids are jumping up in air like, woo, like that. You know, when they were all jumping up and down like that. Super Scouts. And the Cylon got done by a microwave oven did a Cylon warrior. You know, all they had to do, what Galactica would turn microwaves on, it fucked them. That was it. Turn the microwave oven on at full blast. That were in the night the Cylons landed. Do you remember that so far? I saw that at the cinema as well. But yes, I will say it. One of the best episodes of Battlestar Galactica. Whatever happened to Starbuck on that planet when he became friends with that Cylon, and that space goddess woman turned up, and she had a kid and said he's got a destiny, which we all know came Dr. Z. I hated Dr. Z. You remember Dr. Z sat in his chair being hyper intellectual? Right, hang on. I watched it last night, that one. Oh, did you watch it? What did you think to it? Just some guy. Right, hang on, guys. Where's Jane? Jane is. Oh, right, she must have popped out. Jane, if you're on, yeah. You watched? Did you? Oh no, you haven't watched tonight's episode. Right. YC Callum Games. They released a complete classic Captain Scarlet Blu-ray. What, the 60s series? Because I've got the remake on Blu-ray. I did review it, and I love the remake of Captain Scarlet, but we never got season 2. Really got into Mr. Hunt. But if they're doing the original, is that by Network as well? I really like buying the Network box sets. I really do. Matt was right. Hang on. Just got Derek Red Hulk. Matt, what did you think about? Right. Hang on. Trying to catch him, guys. Just some guy. Then I watched Voyager where 7 of 9 had Zebra and Captain. Oh God, yeah, I like that. But we all loved 7 of 9, didn't we? So I had plans to get married to 7 of 9, but it never quite happened. I'm still working on that. Ask me in 10 years. Right. Yeah, but 7. Yeah, Captain Braxton when Janeway completely done his head in, and it was his evil self running about. Mine to change. My iPod is on 3.5. I'm annoyed by my chargers won't work. I need it repaired. I will talk when it is. Mate, I've had major problems with Apple, you know. Yeah, because I'd take my Mac down to Genius Bar and they just sort of annoyed me. So, yeah, recharge your Mac. I know what you mean. I do. Cool. The last episode of Galactica was really good. The Return of Starbuck, and it's on YouTube. The entire Galactica 80. Yeah, the best. I will say The Return of Starbuck definitely stands as a classic episode. If you go on Wikipedia, there is some information for the other 2-3 episodes that they never made because it got cancelled. Because you find out what happens to Apollo. He's ascended into one of them beings of light as Apollo. There's a synopsis for the episode online. Martin, are you a fan of TV series? Yes, I am, yes. Ian Ogilvy era. We spoke about this briefly over there on YouTube. Yeah, I've got the Ian Ogilvy network set, yeah. Hey, cool music though, isn't it? The same, isn't it? Ian Ogilvy. When that like figure's running about and he's jumping over the bridge and he's sat in his chair on a boat and stuff. To me, the same was Ian Ogilvy. I think would you say he was better than Roger Moore? Because of my age, Ian Ogilvy, it was Sunday on ITV at 4:30 every week. And I sort of went more. I think he was my generation's same. I was very young when the Roger Moore came out, but I have watched all the Roger Moore ones. Hi, Jane. Oh, I wondered what happened to you. You know. Right. Hang on. I thought you'd gone, Jane, actually. I thought you'd gone off to watch that too, because I didn't want to sort of drop too many spoilers. Just some guy was gutted when Starbuck remained stranded. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Just some guy. Have you seen that pilot trailer Richard Hatch did on YouTube. Have you seen what? That was the Battlestar Galactica I wanted. That was what I wanted. He did that in the 90s. And, you know, it is brilliant because I'll tell you something. The new series nicked a load out of that trailer. They did about the Cylon evolution and the Cylon civil. They took a load out of that. You know, they did. Even that, I'm a big fan of new series. Well, until season 3, I gave up with it after that. I thought the final episode was such a letdown. It was like pointless. But there is hardcore Galactica fans out there. I know it's a great same. The drama, the writing, all of it, fast-paced every week, and the characters were all flawed. I was gutted when Lieutenant Gator got done for treason and he got killed. I mean, they were brutal in that, weren't they? Jane, Roger Moore's not in Return of Set. No, it's no Jane, it's Ian Ogilvy, isn't it? He moved to America, actually. I think he became quite big in America, a lot of TV programs. He was in Babylon 5, though, as a Centauri. Red Hook, did you have the... Yes, I did. The white XJS. Oh, beautiful cat. Do you remember Red Hook, the white Jag? And it had his logo on top, the same thing on the roof. And it was fantastic soundtrack, wasn't it? Just some guy. Ogilvy's still acting as well. He's in We Still Kill the Old Weight, and it's full of play. Oh wow! He could have been. I think Ogilvy could have played Bond. You know. I think at that time in the 70s. To be honest, I wasn't a big fan of Daniel Craig. I thought his Bond after Spectre one. I just wanted to just give up. Red Hook, I do, and the Red Gun. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. The gun. And a red car with a car from the shed, yeah. Just some guy. Boltar helped Hatch on that mock trailer and then died. Yes, he did. And they were also going to bring Count Iblis back because Richard Lynch, the actor, you want to check him out. He's a bit odd. He was at Next Generation when Picard got kidnapped. Richard Lynch, a bit of a strange actor. And he's had a bit of a really druggy sort of life. Lewis Collins was picked to play Bond after. Yeah, he was. I think at that time, early 87, I think Lewis Collins would have made a brilliant Bond. Also, he was in a punk band, you know, and he was a comedy actor as well. So, guys, we've got off tonight's episode as we normally do. We wander down the corridors of the infinite science fiction pathways of the past and the future. Just some guy. Look, YC Colin Games. The Mutants is my favorite. Yes, I like that. It's quite an epic Doctor Who. I think there's about 8-9 episodes in that. I remember watching because I bought that on VHS, and it was a double cassette pack, and there's a lot of episodes in that about them, about the Galactic Federation, they're pulling out their empire, and they need to evolve into like higher beings, don't they? You see, that was in the 70s, and they were coming out with stuff like that on a cheap budget, and it still works today, doesn't it? With Doctor Who. And the Mutants, definitely. My favourite one, I'd say out of the Pertwee years, is the Chronovores. You know, where the Master lets Kronos out of its prison from its time dimension. I forgot what it's called now. And that Atlantis gets destroyed. I think that's one of my favourite ones. I love Jo. For me, Jo's and then Sarah are my favourite assistants. And then Leela. I love Leela. And Romana. But I liked Mary Tam. I thought she was great as Romana. Just some guy also, Colonel Foster. Yeah, well, because he was in Spy Who Loved Me, wasn't he, at the beginning? I love UFO. I think UFO for me is the greatest English science fiction series ever created. I think it's just as good as the original Star Trek series. I do. It's just how UFO got published and showed sort of messed it up. Because it should have been a hit. UFO, it's fantastic. Red Hook, will McCoy Era be available on Blu-ray? It's got to be Red Hook because they're the later ones. I think they could transfer the film over, but please not Delta and the Bannerman. No, I'm going to end up watching that again. You know, every week we go on about that. You know, it's crazy stellar in the Bannerman. Don Henderson is look crazy. Well, I assume so, Riddle. I think that McCoy's going to be on Blu-ray. They've got to, because then after him, the Colin Baker. So it would make sense. Yeah, I've got Spearhead from Space, Pertwee on Blu-ray. If you got that one, that transferred very nicely. Actually, it's not too bad. I want to see Blake 7 on Blu-ray. I know they've released a new box set, which I was looking at that in HMV, and I thought, well, it's not bad for price. Do you get anything new with it? I don't know. So I might get it nearer to Christmas. But I'd want to see Blake 7 with a load of new documentaries, extras, especially like a tribute to Gareth Thomas as well, you know, and all that, and Servalan as well. I'd like to see, you know, like a sort of anniversary pack for Blake 7, but in Blu-ray. I would love that. Just some guy you said was ahead of its time. Oh, especially, yeah, you are right there. Just some guy. I'll say why. I will say why. The stories in that are insane. The stories like where Straker acted himself back into reality. Comparing UFO to this Doctor Who series, I'm sorry, is totally, utterly shit compared to UFO. UFO trashes this Doctor Who series. It does, because the writing in UFO was so intense and so crazy and so mad. You know, that's what Doctor Who should be. And this was UFO from 1969. I don't know if you agree with me, but I think UFO is far superior to this Doctor Who series. Well, I think it's superior to a lot of them, to be honest. Why say Callum Games? I like that. I like the bit in the Time Monster. Oh, Time Monster, that's it, where the soldiers and knights gave. Yes. That's it, the Time Monster. That's the one I'm on about, isn't it? I'll have to hang on. Is it? Can I see it from now? Yeah, it is Time Monster. Yeah, right. So right, take these off. Oh, Matt, do you never Bond movie? Red Oak, I saw that at cinema, and for years, I'm going to admit this, and I'm ashamed to admit it, but it was part. I thought it was part of the Bond franchise. I didn't know. You know, I didn't realise it. And then a few years later, I found out it was an independent version of Bond. For cheese factor, it's not a bad film. It's completely cheesy, but it's not a bad film, is it? It's just cheesy. Yeah, I'm not going to knock it because Connery's in it. They just paid him a shitload of money, and he just did it. You can tell he's not bothered about it, you know. Right. Red Hill. New Avengers on Blu-ray. Is that on Blu-ray? Because if that is on Blu-ray, I'm definitely going to get that. I think it is on Blu-ray. I just got New Avengers. I love New Avengers. There's a lot of stuff from back then I want on Blu-ray. I've got The Prisoner on Blu-ray, but you can't seem to find that anyway. You have to order it. That's going for stupid money on eBay now. But I've got The Prisoner, and I'll tell you something. They've added loads of extras to it, and it's just there's a lot in the package for The Prisoner on Blu-ray. It's far superior to DVD series. Just some guy. Episode Mindbender was Straker was that is fantastic. With him from Barrett Holmes, you remember him? It did Barrett House's adverts, running about everywhere, going Straker, big man, and all that. Brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. And it's it's a very intelligent episode. And I think that episode held its well when he took that crazy X50 drug and everything speeding up to light speed. Brilliant. Do you remember Vladik Chabal, the doctor? He was always giving them drugs all the time. Do you remember the episode that got banned at End of UFO with the LSD? Where them people are on LSD and the aliens are trying to plant a bomb and it's all set 10 years later. I wonder if Network will ever release Dempsey. Do you know, I like Dempsey and Murphy. I've actually got season 1 on DVD. I think there were 3 seasons of Dempsey and Murphy, weren't there? But it was good. Friday night. I think it was Friday night, 8 o'clock, wasn't it? Years ago. I would have just some guy. Yes, Barrett Holmes. I thought I recognised the voice. Oh my god! Thought I was going mad. Well, get this guy. Right? I'm going to tell you something. You know, from Barrett Holmes, right? When he was in that episode, I watched the Women of UFO on the Blu-ray. Apparently, all the chicks on the set. Apparently, he had a really big one, and they wanted him to wear the jockstrap. And apparently, you never noticed it, but all the women on there were laughing their heads off. And apparently, when he's running about, it's all like dangling about. Seriously, this is Wanda Bentham. We're on about it tonight on the Blu-ray extras. She said her and Gabrielle couldn't stop laughing, you know. But nobody dare ask him to wear a jockstrap or something. I'm being serious. So, because there's a thing on the Blu-ray called Women of UFO. Right, I pictured the white. God, Wanda Bentham was stunning, wasn't she? And you know, I'm still in love with Gabrielle Drake. She was like really into her. Just some guy. I pictured the Barrett Holmes chopper flying. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, he was in that film, wasn't he? With the mercenaries. With Richard Burton, Roger Moore. That mercenary film. What's it called? Forgot what it's called now. It's on the tip of my tongue. Do you remember it, where they all go into Africa as mercenaries? Roger Moore, Richard Harris, and Richard Burton. Right. Oh, Draconian Dan, how are you, bud? I'm good. Just some guy, just some guy, Barrett Holmes guy also did Ford Escort adverts. He did. Oh, God, just some guy. North Sea Hijack. That was terrible. That was Wild Geese, that's it. Just some guy, yeah. I've seen the two sequels. Lewis Collins is in one of them as well. But North Sea Hijack, what was that about? That actually, we're on one of ITV channels a few months ago. I watched it. That is awful, that film, but it is a classic, isn't it? It is a classic. With him from Norman Bates, Anthony. It's not Anthony Hopkins. Anthony. Norman Bates. He's like one of the villains in it, I think. Why see Colin Gates 5 years ago? This was generated. Yeah, I know. And you know, he was so underrated with his intelligent stuff. Do you remember Journey to the Far Side of the Sun? What I mean, like tonight with Doctor Journey to the Far Side of the Sun with Roy Finnis from The Invaders, and all the stuff in that film they used in UFO, so they are connected. Fantastic film, crazy film, where him in wheelchair can't handle it, and he crashes himself into that mirror. You know, we'll have to have a good debate about that film, guys. You know, one of my old Jerry Anderson was a genius, but he was so like he got typecast with kiddie stuff, didn't he? You know, like I do like Thunderbirds, guys. I'm sort of all right about Thunderbirds. I've seen the new stuff, but I preferred Captain Scarlet. But is Gabrielle Drake in Wildcats? I think she could be. I think she plays in the nightclub scene with Roger Moore, actually. David Vincent has seen them. Well, I'm not saying anything, you know what I mean? You remember the Fingers? Yeah, I'm making a comedy of that in January with some friends. We've got a pub, and we're going to have a friend come in, yeah? And he's going to be like David Vincent. We're going to I'm going to edit all voice in, and everybody in pub's an alien. And he's told everybody they're outside, but anyway, it gets done by one of the devices back in. It's all been written out, it's all ready to go. Filming in January. I'm looking forward to doing that. David Vincent is saying, I love The Invaders, guys, but I will bring it up. Do you remember the remake in the 90s? Do you remember that? That one. Mind my language. I'm sorry for swearing. Fucking awful. With John Boy from the Waltons. Do you remember that, guys? We're awful. Why's the quality's coming out on the new Captain Scarlet? Oh, is that out now then? Why say Callum Kent? Is that actually out now? Draconian Jan. The blind girl's acting was so bad. Yeah, it was terrible. And I thought it was. Red Hawk, yes, I did once. Oh, a long time ago, I saw her, yes, and she was beautiful. She's very classy, very well spoken. And yeah, you just like, yeah, I'd like to go out with you. You know, Gabrielle Drake is like, let's just run off now and get married, and then just wear UFO costumes and purple lips. I'm going off track, so. On 7 of 9. When 7 of 9, I felt totally crazy about her years ago. Actually, she looks amazing now. Yippee, Christmas pudding. Yes, Merry Christmas to you, Jen. Just some guy. The Invaders remake with Sam Beckett. Oh, it was terrible, that one. It was Bob Roll. It's not even worth that much. It was just below Bob Roll, wasn't it? It was John Boy as the leader of them. And then they all sat in phone booths breathing in car fumes. And what was that about? And he was going around like they were trying to go from it like from the psychological point of view. And that radio DJ said it would end at Welding, man. Just sheer crap. This episode made me want to watch Warriors of the Deep. Is that the Peter Davison one where they used the Panto off from Rent a Ghost? Now seriously, you know when they brought the Scalag or something, that indestructible sea beast, and the Doctor vaporised it with his strange energy weapon. That were the same two guys that did Dobbin the Horse from Rent a Ghost. You remember the Panto horse? He used to teleport everywhere. I mean, quite a depressing episode that actually. You know, Draconian Dan. It is, isn't it? Because everybody dies at the end. Sea devils and human beings. He just clears off as well, gets in his dad and just clears off. I mean, that's what I love about the Doctor. Because there is these episodes where, like, nobody wins. They're all dead. And he has tried to save them all. And he just clears off. And they were just dead, weren't they? They were like, what's the point? Why say Callaghan? Go ahead, watch it. It's underrated. Yeah, no, I don't think it is really. Because, like, if you look at the ending of that episode, it is quite sad, isn't it? I mean, all humans are basically dead. Because they wanted, like, they're having the stupid war with other lot. And then Sea Devils and other Sea Devil lot. I forgot there's like there's two types. You've got your Sea Devils and you've got your other one, the brown ones with things on the middle of them. And they all die as well. I mean, every time Sea Devils come back, they always get massive. Don't they? I did like the episode. I did like the two-part with Matt Smith and them. I thought that was quite good. But apparently, far future of Doctor, we all get on with each other. So, Red Hill, he's no, like there's a strange thing about this. You know, because they're all dead. You know, Mr. Claypole died of it. He died of AIDS. You know, Mr. Claypole and some of the others, because they were all theatre actors. And you can read this on Wikipedia because I wanted to get the seasons of that. I really wanted Renegade. Now, they did release the first season, but most of them are dead now. Seriously, a lot of them, the one or two of them had HIV. Well, Claypole's dead. But what happened was there was some disagreement, I think, with the actors, the company that made it and the BBC, and the other seasons have not been released. But if you check out YouTube, there is episodes on there, because I went to a comic mart today in London, and they do sell pirate copies of the entire series, but they're taken from VHS tapes, so they're not brilliant quality. And I think Renegade went for about 9 seasons, didn't it? Went for a long time. Poor Mr. Harold Baker, I used to feel sorry for him. He couldn't cope with it, could he? But he was the war chief, wasn't he, in War Games with Patrick Troughton as well. Just some guy, Michael York, yes, definitely. Now you're talking class there, mate. Definitely. Michael York, especially in his later years, would have made a superb Doctor Who. You know, you can even see him now doing it, you know, dressed like the War Doctor, like pulling that off. Definitely Michael York. Love him. Logan's Run. Guys, do you remember Logan's Run, the TV series? Big fan of that. Spectacular. Red Hulk for odds of Nimon is better than you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, like we're saying about this series of Doctor Who, if you compare it to the classics, it just gets blown away, doesn't it? even the so-called good episodes of this series doesn't work. Compare it to the classic writing and all that, it just sinks like a ship, doesn't it? It just don't work. Oh God, Copper Castle, yeah. But no, you got to stop this because, like, when you bring this up, I go check it out and I end up watching it. I've been watching Cheltenham and the bloody Wheelies last week. Somebody mentioned it. I watched about 10 episodes. Cheltenham and bloody Wheelies. I'm 50-year-old, sat there watching fucking Cheltenham and the Wheelies. Mate, I'm going to check out Castle. I'll tell you something, Red. I did watch some Mr. Ben on YouTube. I did. I love Mr. Ben. So I just think, Mr. Right, get this, guys. Right now, right. I know we're going off subject from what we're talking about. Right? I think Mr. Ben's a Time Lord. I do. I think Mr. Ben's a Time Lord, and that shop is the TARDIS, and him at Pop Shop, him at Face by Magic. I think he's the Time Lord as well. I don't know if I mean we could debate this fairly. Is Mr. Ben a Time Lord? But we'll leave that for next week. Because don't forget, next week, guys, is the big episode. And we've all got to be on next week. Straight after, guys. It's the final episode. And next week, do we all destroy this series and tear it apart? Or do we all give it a vote upwards? I mean, next week. Jane, Jane. Might do a live stream watch Star Wars Holiday Special. I am Jane. I've actually tried to work this out, right? I know how to put the box in the corner where you can watch something and like have the box in the corner of like the presenter or whatever. But what I was thinking of doing, me and two friends, getting a film, like say like Commando, taking the complete willies out of it, like taking the mic, but doing it audio as like a DVD commentary. Then put it on YouTube in audio form, right? And sort of like, so I'll tell you at home, put the DVD on, and then you can listen to the commentary of when we're taking the Mickey out of the movie, and then you just watch the film with the volume down, but our commentary will play over it. Something like that. I'm looking into it, but that won't be till January. Honestly, guys, I've been thinking about doing this. Because some movies just want to tear apart. You know, I really want to. I'm going to be reviewing Buckaroo Banzai sometime over at New Year. Fantastic, crazy, illuminating movie. Mr. Ben, just some what's Cat Weasel. I'm sure that dude was on drugs and he'd escaped from the farm. You know, Cat Weasel. Cat Weasel. What the what's that about? You know, right? Just some guy. If York would have worn a suit like that, it would have. Oh, definitely. Michael York for the Doctor, definitely. Even if he'd come in and replaced Eccleston, I'd have been hooked. You know. What's Mr. Ben? Oh, God, on Seesaw program. Oh, yeah. God, you're going back there to some guy. All right, Draconian Dan. Yeah, buddy. Next Sunday, Draconian Dan. Before you go, next Sunday. Guys, next Sunday, we've all got to be on. You know, this is Judgment Day, Judgment Night next Sunday. It is Judgment Night. Is this? Are we going to vote this series? Shit or good? I mean, this is it. The cards are on the table next week. This next Sunday, we get serious about it. No more like trying to, because we love Doctor, we all do, and we don't want to see it vanish just yet. But next week, do we make the decision? Should it either go off for 10 years and come back refreshed, or does it continue? Right, guys, well, I'm going to go myself. Right, Jane, YC Callum Games, just some guy, Red Hulk, and Draconian Dan, Jane Turner, everybody, guys, loves it. What an amazing stream. But next week, guys, is the big one. This is it. Do we destroy Doctor Who next week? We're going to be like, remember the prisoner in the final episode with the jury? We're going to be the jury and I'll be the defence or prosecutor. We'll all have the parts to play in this. Will Doctor Who be destroyed by us next week? Or do we deem it for another season? Right, yes, just some guy. Yes, it is. Definitely. Right, guys. Redo, stop it, because I will watch Copper Castle on YouTube. I need to check it out. It's crushing my mind. I remember that cheesy music for it as well. Right, just some guy. Right, guys, tonight. Oh, no, not tonight. Next week is Judgment Night. Do we destroy Doctor Who? Right, guys, have a great week. I'm going to try and get on Wednesday because I'm off. So I'm going to try and get on Saturday night. So on Wednesday night, sorry. I'm going to start the Wednesday, so it's just have work and the rest of it and things going on. But definitely next Sunday I will be on. But Wednesday I'm going to try and get on. I'm hoping to go. Oh yeah, before I go, Mortal Engines is out this week, isn't it? The thing with the big cities, and Aquaman. So I'm definitely going to go see one of them. I don't know which one. Right, guys, have a great week. Awesome as usual. Another great night on Doctor Who. Right, but next week, Judgment Night. All right, guys, speak soon. All the best.